ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ ਇਕ ਅਦਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਗੁਰ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਰੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਰਾਏ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਧਿਆਏ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਰਾਏ ਸਹਿਬੰ ਗੁਰ ਦਸਵੇਂ ਸਹਾਇ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਗੁਰ ਗਿਆਨਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਬੰਦਨ ਭਗਵਾਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਕਲ ਜੁਗ ਪਇਓ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਮਹਾਨ 10 ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਰੂਪ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਜੀ ਜਾਨ ਪੂਰਨ ਦੇਖਿਓ ਆਤਮਾ ਦੁਆਇਤੈ ਸਰਬ ਨਿਵਾਰ ਪਹਿ ਸਾਤ ਮਾਨ ਸਾਤੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਪਦ ਨ ਮੋਹ ਮਾਰ मोह कुछ है शास्त्र खाट किरण छड़ जाए अंदर लिखे बदरोस ने जो खाओ कृपा कहा बुद्ध प्रभु तुच्छ हमारी बरन सके महिमा जो तहारी हम न सत्कार से तुम्हारी आप ले हो तुम कथा सदारी सो कहो टल गुरु सेविय ऐन सहज सबाय दर्शन परसे गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए दर्शन परसे गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए।
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी। गावे को तान होवे किसे तान गावे को दात जाने नीसान गावे को गुण उड़ियाइयाँ चार गावे को विद्या विक्रम विचार गावे को साज करे तन खे गावे को जिय लै फिरते गावे को जापै दिसै दूर गावे को वेखै हादरा हदूर कथना कथी न आवे तोट कथ कथ कथी कोटि कोट कोट दिंदा दे लैंदे थक पाहे जुगा जुगंतर खाही खाहे हुक्मी हुक्म चलाए राहो नानक विगसे वे प्रवाहो।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Guru Satsang Ji Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're continuing on with the definitions of the Sri Jap Ji Sahib. We're on the third Pauri at the moment. We've done 3 definitions of the commentary that is found within the Sattu Gali Wali Steek called the Amir Pandar by Sant Kirpal Singh Ji. These were the definitions that were uttered by Sant Amir Singh Ji. Sant Amir Singh Ji completed 60 kathas of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. So Sant Kirpal Singh Ji had this katha many times on many occasions, and through that wrote this commentary. Within the last definitions that we have completed of this body, the Siddhs had asked the Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji while they were at the Sumer Parvat about the praises of Vaheguru, the praises of God. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji explained obviously the praises of God are very difficult to do, it cannot be fully expounded. And then they asked, well, tell us about some individuals who had praised God. And the last one they talked about Rishi Vyas through Bhagat. We had obviously Narad Muni, the Shir Shastras, so you had Patanjali, Gorak, Kanad, Jaimini, they were all mentioned. So now the next definitions the Siddhs have said, we understand and what you've done is correct, and we have faith in what you've said by expounding the names of all these individuals who have been involved in writing religious scriptures, namely the Purans and the Shastras. So by naming all these individuals who were able to sing the praises of God, we agree with you with regards to these definitions. However, are there still individuals singing the praises of God now? Are there still individuals doing that today? And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji replied, yes, there is. There is still to this day, there are individuals singing the praises of God, and those are the saints, the sants, the bhagats, the sadhus, the munis, the brahmgyanis. They are still singing the praises of Vaheguru. And the Siddh said, well, tell us about these saints. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji replies,
Gave ko taan, hove kise taan.
They say, look, however much spiritual ability an individual has or a saint has, it is with that strength that that individual sings the praises of Vaheguru. And it is only through the spiritual strength that they have within them that they are able to comprehend to that point. So Maharaj says that this is what happens. That it is through to their strength. It is due to their strength that they sing the praise of Vaheguru. Now here Guru Nanak Dev Ji has basically summarised in this line. They've given a quick summary. They've not broken it down, and they will in the continuing lines. So Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then continue.
Gave ko daat jane nisan.
They say, look, the saints who are able to give virtues, give qualities, give gifts to the Sangha. Some people want to get married, some people want to have boys as children, some people want to have daughters because they've just had a lineage of boys. Some people just want wealth, some people want materialistic objects. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji says those saints who grant these things to the Sangat, it is through them that the praises of God are being sung. And it shows the strength of a sadhu as well, that they are able to have these spiritual abilities to provide these materialistic desires for the Sangat that require them. And it is through this vision, this foresight, or this viewpoint that people see the saints granting all these things, and they realise that the saints are gaining all these things through Vaheguru themselves. So by gaining a son, a daughter, a wife, a husband, materialistic objects, they realise that it's been given to them by the saints, but the saints themselves do not take the credit for this, and they say it's Vaheguru. Vaheguru has provided all these things, and it's through this way that the praise of Vaheguru then continues. So they're saying Gave ko taan, hove kisatan, and this is the strength. Through this strength, the Guru Nanak Dev Ji said it's the strength that provides an individual with a limited comprehension of praising Vaheguru. And here is the Daat, Gave ko Daat, Jana Nisan. It's through the Daat of the gifts. Jana is to understand. Nisan is those to propagate. So those gifts that have been propagated, or those things that you've gained within this life, it's through gaining those that a praise is given to Vaheguru. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji continue.
Gave ko gun vadiyaiyan char.
Here, like I said before, we have to be careful when we recite this Gave ko gun vadiyaiyan char. There are some Sampardaics that say Gave ko gun vadiyaiyan achar. That's not how the pronunciation should be done. It's Vadiyanya is separate to Char. And here it says that some of the saints who adopt the virtues, the good virtues of content, truthfulness, hope, let's see, deliberation, meditation, praise, humility, those individuals who have these adopted virtues, the Sangat, by seeing these virtues within a person, seeing the humility, seeing that they're content with life, seeing that they're content with the little that they have, it is through seeing these saints and seeing the way that they live that a person begins to praise Vaheguru. And it is that way that the praise is given to Vaheguru, the praise is given to God. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji continues.
Gave ko vidya vikam vichar.
Now, here this is an artha which actually is key to Sant Kirpal Singh Ji, Sattu Gali Wale, Sant Gyani Gurbachan Singh Ji, Pendra Wale, Sant Hari Singh Ji, Randar Wale, who are there now, Sant Jagji Singh Ji, Harkowal Wale. Gave ko vidya vikam vichar. They say there are those saints out there who have gained Brahm Vidya, who have gained the divine knowledge of Vaheguru. And it is through the deliberation of this divine knowledge that they do through Katha, through prasangs, through Vyakya, through different commentaries of difficult texts. And that's what's happening here. Gave ko vidya vikam vichar. Vikam here means difficult. Vidya is knowledge. And it is through singing the difficult knowledge, it is through talking about the difficult knowledge that a person sees the Brahmgyanis, like Sant Gyani Gurbachan Singh Ji. They were the complete Gursikh. Rather than upsetting anybody and saying they were pedestal, they were this, they were saints, they were a Brahmgyani, they were Puran Gursikh, they were complete Gursikh. No Sampardaya can have any argument with a title given in such a way. They were complete Gursikh, and it was due to the divine knowledge that they had gained during their life, the divine knowledge that they had expanded for the Sangat and made available to the common individual in a common vernacular. And it's through that way that the praise was given of the sadhus, and then because the praise is given of the sadhus, the praise is given of Vaheguru as well. And it is through, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji explaining to the Siddhs, saying, yeah, it's due to present day saints, because at the time you would have been Bhagat Kabir Ji and Bhagat Ravidas Ji. It's through them, the praise that was given to them, that was then given to God, going, God, you have sent your divine messenger here. So here it's that Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying to the Siddhs that, you know, it's through the Brahm Vidya, the divine knowledge that is given out by the saints, that God is praised. And Maharaj then continues,
Gave ko saaj kare than ke.
Here they say it's that those saints who are born, they are alive within this world, but they consider everything here. They consider the world to be dust, dirt, and they have no materialistic link to this world. They consider this world to be death, and it is all around them all the time. So what they do is, it is through those people who see these saints and go, look at them. They live on the street, they live in the jungles, they have no materialistic desire, they do not collect money. There are many saints like Baba Biram Das, Udasi, Baba Nand Singh Ji, Klerawale, Nanak Sarwale, Baba Isha Singh Ji Klerawale, Sant Isha Singh Ji Rara Sarwale, Baba Baljinder Singh Ji Rara Sarwale, who are on Gadina. They don't accept money. Sant Varyam Singh Ji Ratwala Sarwale, they did not accept money. They consider the world to be dirt. They consider what we chase after, money, to be that which destroys all. And in the same way here, the praise is being given for Vaheguru, for after people see their saints and go, look at these people, they are godlike, and only God can send these people down. And it is these saints that grant praise to Vaheguru. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then continue,
Gave ko jiye le fir de.
And they say here that, look, it is those saints, those sadhus, who are living a life where they are already liberated within life. But then, even though they are living, they are liberated in every way. They live a life that is complete of liberation, but they still do their prayers every day. They still read their Panj Bani every day. They still live in accordance to the will of God. And it's through those individuals that seem to live in such a manner that praise is given to Vaheguru. That people look at them and go, well, look at these individuals. They're worthy of praise because of what they do. They're worthy of praise because of the way they live their life. They're worthy of praise because they're liberated and they'll still fight for causes. Sant Gyani Janel Singh Ji fought for every civil rights movement that the Sikhs required during the Dharma Yudh Morcha. This was not an element of fanaticism or terrorism. This was a right to Sikhs having the opportunity to earn their wage. So it was a right for Sikhs to live a life like every other Indian citizen. This was a right for Sikhs to listen to Gurbani from Sri Darbar Sahib. This was a right to protect religious attitudes and behaviour by removing alcohol and cigarette stands from their Darbar Sahib. They just wanted them moved away, a mile away. They wanted the water to flow within the Punjab. The land of the 5 rivers has become the land of the 3 rivers because 2 of them are over in Pakistan now. And the water from those 3 rivers is now being diverted to other states, such as Rajasthan, such as Haryana, such as Gujarat. And Sant Janel Singh Ji, Gave ko ji le fir de, they were living within their human body, but they were already Brahmgyani, they were already divine, they were already liberated whilst in life. And it is through Sant Janel Singh Ji's works, it's through Sant Janel Singh Ji's Katha, it's through Sant Janel Singh Ji's life story that it has influenced many people to adopt the Sikh religion, to take up a human rights stand, to join Amnesty International. And it is through that individual that praise is given to Vaheguru every day. How many Chaupai Sahib parts are done? How many people are doing their Raras? How many people are doing their Nitanayam? And it is all through the values and the lifestyle of a saint. And here Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying exactly the same, that the saints are living whilst liberating. and it's through seeing their actions that people sing the praises of Vaheguru, and they gain this strength, and it's through that way that the strength is used to praise Vaheguru. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji continue.
Gave ko jape dise dur.
They say here the term jape means to understand, to realize. Dur is obviously distance, and dise is to see. And they say, look, there are those saints who live in this world, but see this world as being worthless, and consider God to be very far away. They consider God to be at a distance which nobody can comprehend. And that's what they're doing here. They're singing the praise of God, saying, God, you are so far. Bhagat Farid Ji within their Bani write that God is, he is distant, he is so far. And in that way he praised Vaheguru. And we, as individuals, read the Gurbani uttered by Bhagat Farid Ji, and we praise Vaheguru through that manner. And here the Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying that. They're saying the saints are there, and some of them consider God to be so distant, but they praise him due to that distance, and say, God, you are so far from this. God, you are away from understanding, well, not understanding, God, you are away from all this suffering that we have to do. We are stuck in Maya. And you know, we cannot comprehend you, for we cannot see you, you are so far away. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji then continue on.
Gave ko vekhe hadra hadur.
Here Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji say, and then there are those saints who do the exact opposite, who state that you are closer to me than anything else. You are closer to me than my hand to my face. You are closer to me than anything. And they consider it that Vaheguru is present in every way, and the praise is done that way. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji within the Sri Dasam Granth write, Sabte dur sabante nera. They write that. So they write that God is furthest away than everybody, and he is the nearest to everybody. You know, Kabir Ji says, Tu karta tu hua mujh mein raha na hu. You know, they state that. They say, by stating you, he goes, I have disappeared. Basically, my ego, my pride has disappeared. We have become one. Tu karta, you know, he says it. That's what he says. By saying your name, he goes, I have been liberated, I have gone, and we have become one. And he realizes there is no distance between him and God. They are one and the same. Well, like I said, Brother Farid Ji considers God to be distant. Guru Gobind Singh Ji writes in the Sri Akal Ustat that God is both. He is distant and far. Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji later on within Jap Ji Sahib, there's a salok where it says, Karmi apo apani ke ne re ke dur. And that is actually a salok which we'll realise later on is written by the Durja Pasha, Sri Guru Angad Dev Ji. Karmi apo apani. It's the next line. Ke ne re ke dur. So some people state that obviously God is far from others and God is close to others. The actual definition is God is very far from those who commit sin, but he is very close to those who praise him and do his bhakti. And that's the definition here given by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, that we've got Gave ko jape dise dur. There are those people who are singing the praises of God because he is far away, and the saints consider him to be far away. And through the teachings of the saints, they also believe the same. And then there are those who say Gave ko vekhe hadra hadur. There are those who consider Vaheguru to be as close as can be, and they're hearing that through the saints, or through Vedant, or through the Wadat al-Wujud, they realise that God is actually as close as can be. And this is the fourth definition given by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji to the sadhus on this body, explaining that the saints, even today, it is through their actions, their praises, their virtues, their gifts, that God is praised. We're going to leave this body there, and we'll pick up with the next lot of definitions next time. Kamalpreet Singh, if you can read the Gurbani, and we'll close off with the Mangals. Thank you.
Gave ko taan, hove kise taan, gave ko daat, jane nisan, gave ko gun udiyaiyan char, gave ko vidya vikam vichar, gave ko saaj kare tan khe, gave ko ji le fir de, ਗਾਵੇ ਕੋ ਜਾਪੈ ਦਿਸੈ ਦੂਰ, ਗਾਵੇ ਕੋ ਵੇਖੇ ਹਾਦਰਾ ਹਦੂਰ। ਕਥਨਾ ਕਥੀ ਨ ਆਵੈ ਤੋੜ, ਕਥ ਕਥ ਕਥੀ ਕੋਟੀ ਕੋਟ ਕੋਟ। ਦਿੰਦਾ ਦੇ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਤੱਕ ਪਾਹੇ, ਜੁਗਾ ਜੁਗੰਤਰ ਖਾਹੀ ਖਾਏ। ਹੁਕਮੀ ਹੁਕਮ ਚਲਾਹੇ ਰਾਉ, ਨਾਨਕ ਵਿਗਸੇ ਵੇ ਪਰਵਾਉ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹੇ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਹੇ ਗੋਪਾਲ ਹੇ ਦਿਆਲ ਲਾਲ, ਪ੍ਰਾਨਨਾਥ ਅਨਾਥ ਸਖੇ ਦੀਨ ਦਰਦ ਨਿਵਾਰ। ਹੇ ਸਮਰੱਥ ਅਗਮ ਪੂਰਨ ਮੋਹਿ ਮਯ ਤਾਰ, ਅੰਧਕੂਪ ਮਹਾ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਰਿ ਉਤਾਰ। ਆਏ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਸਰਨਾਗਤੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਿਤ ਦਿਆਲ, ਏਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਵਸਤੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਤ ਨਿਹਾਲ। ਏਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਹਰ ਮਨ ਵਸਤੈ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਤ ਨਿਹਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।